All right, guys, we got ourselves some very disturbing drama here. So, a very popular streamer by the name of Asmongold, who mainly does like reaction content, is currently under fire and receiving a ton of backlash after his extremely controversial comments on Israel, really the Palestinian people, and the whole conflict between the Gaza Strip and Israel. And let's just play a little bit of what he had to say. I will be honest, it's very disgusting and people are very upset about it. But this is what he actually said.
If you want to consider a genocide as a systematic killing of a group of people, they have genocide built into Sharia law right now. So no, I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people. It's not even a question. It's crazy that people don't see it that way.
Okay, so obviously those are absolutely insane comments. He clearly got propagandized. There are factions of the media that try to make you think that Palestinians and Muslims are all terrorists and they're bad people and they're here to kill you and all this stuff, which is just not true. I actually am very passionate about this situation. I think that a lot of the people who are Palestinian, who live in the Gaza Strip, are innocent and are being brutalized and are being, kind of baked in with Hamas, even though a lot of them are just regular everyday people like you and me who are just trying to survive. So I would say, how dare this guy, who clearly isn't educated, doesn't know what he's talking about, has the nerve to say that genocide is baked in their Sharia law and these are bad people and all this crazy stuff. This is stupid. It's just not true. The Palestinian people, unfortunately, are victims of where they were born. It's that simple. Many of these people are women and children who just happen to be born there, have nothing to do with the conflict. They are, unfortunately, victims of the war that is happening between Hamas or the Islamic jihadists and Israel. That's all that's happening. Those is, he's basically trying to say that all of these people are the same, which is not true. And it's extremely racist. That's like saying all black people are the same or all white people are the same. Or you look at some of those terrorist organizations over in Africa, like Boko Haram. And that's like saying, oh, all those Africans or even the Somali pirates. That's like going over there and associating the citizens with the few people who engage in bad activities or terrorist acts. It's racist to say that, and it's not true. Let's play more of the video.
They'd be doing the same thing. And how much did they kill? As many as they can. They're not able to kill as many people as Israel because they don't have as many bombs and as many weapons. But if they did, they'd be doing the same thing. That's it. Just takes enough. That's right. These people are not your ally.
Again, this idiot doesn't know what he's talking about. That's why I said, if you don't understand world politics, geopolitical tensions, whatever, if you don't understand this stuff, don't speak on it because you sound stupid. Now he's trying to say Israel has way more weapons and stuff like that than Hamas and all that. That's not true. Hamas and some of these other organizations have a lot of firepower because they get help from Iran and they get help from other countries. Just like the United States is helping Israel and sending billions of dollars to them for weapons, you have some of these Muslim countries with a lot of money that are doing the same thing, you freaking idiot. You're acting like Israel has all these bombs and these guns and Hamas is just out here with sticks. Oh, no, 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 no. Both these countries got some serious firepower and got some, both these groups, one is a country, Israel. The other one is like an actual organization. Both these factions have backing from huge players. And if this really escalates and turns into an all-out war, it's not going to go the way you think. It's not going to go, oh, Israel's just going to wipe these people out. No, it's not going to happen because Iran will not let it happen. How about you read a book, Asmongold? I think that will serve you well. Jesus, man. Anyway, I don't even want to play the rest of the video. It's just going to make me mad. I'm sorry. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'll probably, some people will probably be upset with me. But I'm passionate about this situation. So I'm just going to say it. He should suffer consequences. I'm not going to say he should be canceled, but he should be banned on Twitch for, however long, whatever his punishment is. He should suffer a punishment. You cannot say stuff like this, especially when you have a platform as big as yours. It's not okay. You can't do that. So anyway, here's some of the backlash. You got this person right here who said this racist piece of S, Asmongold, went on Twitch live stream and said that Palestinian people are inferior. Yeah, that's the other thing. What the heck is your problem saying that, the Palestinian people are inferior? Even if you didn't mean it that way, the fact that those people are of a darker skin complexion than you are, a lot of people on the internet are automatically going to take it as you're being racist because you are, you're white skin. Your skin is white, you're lighter skin. You're saying that these Palestinian people are inferior, they're darker skin. And typically the way that the world historically has worked, the internet is going to run with that even if you didn't mean it. That was a terrible thing to say. Calling another group of people, an innocent group of people who just happen to be born in a messed up situation, they're not inferior. Like, are you crazy? Like, oh my goodness. Yeah. So anyway, this person says they aren't the same as us and they have an inferior culture. Why is he not banned? Yeah, he did say that. He said they had an inferior culture as well, which is so dumb. That's where he gets into the whole Sharia law is all about genocide and all this stuff, which is just not true. It's stupid. How about you actually do some research on the Muslim culture? You might learn something. And then Myron Gaines, actually, there's another content creator. He's the guy with the Fresh and Fit podcast. He actually chimed in as well. He said, wrong. Actually, Muslims have lived in peace with Jews for centuries under the Ottoman Empire. As a matter of fact, they were charged taxes for protection but had no obligation to fight in any wars. Religious tolerance of people of the book, Jews and Christians, is required in Islam. Nowhere in the Sharia does it advocate genociding people. Many of Israel's enemies, like Iran and Lebanon, have similar military capability, but have focused on attacking military targets and not heavily concentrated areas with civilians, unlike Israel and Gaza. So your argument that they would do the same thing is incorrect. Not only is, some of what Myron says is right, but the main thing that I appreciate him pointing out is many of Israel's enemies, like Iran and Lebanon, those are two big countries that are backing some of the forces that are opposing Israel. So again, back to Asmongold's point with this whole Israel has way better capabilities. And, if Hamas and these other organizations have these same capabilities, they do the same thing. They do have the same capabilities. They have not committed the same level of atrocities that Israel has committed. Okay. Now, I'm not blaming Israel, and I'm not saying that Israel's the bad guys here. I think both of them are bad. I think some of these resistance organizations, terrorist organizations, whatever you want to call it, I think a lot of them are bad and have murdered and hurt people. But Israel has done the same thing, and that cannot be ignored. Okay. Let's move on. The other funny thing is I found this tweet right here by Asmongold, where he said it's weird as F. And by the way, he tweeted this last year in 2023, like when the conflict was fresh. So this is actually, I think this was actually the day it happened. I think October 11th, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been October 7th, but whatever. Bottom line is this was right around the time where Hamas launched this surprise attack against Israel that led to this more escalations of this, decades long conflict. And during that time last year, Asmongold tweeted, weird as F to see so many people coming out with statements about the Israel-Palestine conflict as if they need to comment on it. Can we please stop this weird culture around expecting people with no relevant background or education to talk about world events / politics? Now, it's funny because it's like, wow, bro, you probably should have taken your own advice. He literally tweeted this a year ago, and then he didn't follow his own advice. He talked about Israel-Palestine conflict, a situation he knows nothing about, has no relevant background or education, and now he's getting major backlash for it. And then the ultimate thing is, I will give him his credit here. He finally apologized, thank God. So after he got absolutely destroyed and people are calling for him to be banned on Twitch and people are mad at him, he's getting all this backlash, he finally apologized. He said, looking back on it, I was way too much of an a-hole about the Palestine thing, my bad. Of course, no one deserves to have their life destroyed, even if they do things or have views I find regressive. Okay, so I never mind. I take back what I said about his apology. This isn't an apology. He's once again being stupid because on one hand, he says, I was way too much of an a-hole about the Palestine thing, my bad. So that's his apology. But then he goes on to say, of course, no one deserves to have their life destroyed, even if they do things or have views I find regressive. Stop grouping all of the Palestinian people into one thing. They're not the same people. They are not a monolith. They don't all think the same. Some of those people have their own different views. They're not all these jihadists, Islamic terrorists. We're going to kill Israel. Some of those people are just trying to survive. They don't care about none of this stuff. They just out here just trying to live, trying to get water, trying to get food, trying to feed their families. Stop grouping them in the same category. Your apology is trash, bro. You need to do better, honestly. You need to do better. And then he says, you guys deserve more than me saying stupid ish like that. I'll do better. here's the best thing you could do. Don't do better. Just shut the hell up. Stop talking. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You sound stupid. And you honestly, your comments were racist. They really were. I'm sorry, they were. They were racist. You got propagandized, and because you got propagandized, you fell into this trap of thinking that every Muslim person or every Palestinian is the exact same, and they're all a bunch of money, hungry, bloodthirsty terrorists who want to go kill everybody, which is just not true. And, anyway, that's the situation with Asmongold. Definitely pissed me off. Like, don't do that, bro. And anyway, that's today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Enjoy my little rant. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.